All right, welcome back to the beautiful game. We're talking Nigeria and Gabon. That's talking about the World Cup qualification playoffs. But let's get to some little bit of controversy. Nigeria and South Africa, you know, we're brothers. We're never out of the news when it comes to Nigeria and South Africa. Now, in a letter dated November 3rd, 2025 from FIFA appointed Tom Abongile, assisted by Zakhele, Siwela, and Akhona Makalima, who will oversee video assistant referee duties. One thing about all of them, they are South African. And it has caused some uproar on social media. Nigerians don't like the idea that for the match against Gabon, we have South African refs who will oversee it.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, based off what the Honorable Minister himself, that's talking about Gayton McKenzie, when he mentioned that he doesn't want Nigeria to qualify. Even though at that particular point in time, it could be looked at, different ways because both of you are going for the same, in the same group. So yes, for the fact that I qualified, that means you're not qualified. But it seemed to have some undertone. And that undertone is what Nigerians are riding on now and saying that for that particular reason, there could be some influence on the referees. Now it's back and forth. We're hearing that CAF has stepped down the referees. CAF might not step down the referees. It's just been going back and forth. But CAF, do you think, first of all, that having South African referees for that particular game would indicate conflict of interest?
Absolutely. I'm not one, to be looking into all those kind of maybe conspiracy theories and all of that.
Yeah.
And what Gayton McKenzie said even sounded like a harmless statement because he gave respect to Nigeria and said they're a football powerhouse, but being in the same group and all of that, he wants South Africa, because he's South African, he wants South Africa, to take all the glory of African football when it comes to the World Cup and all of that. Yes, it sounded like a harmless statement, but something like this will actually, play back to what he said, appointing a South African referee. Again, what will also be like, let me say, a step down on South Africans is that the CAF president, Patrice Motsepe, is South African. Okay. And, for them to be, working and appoint South African refs, trust me, uproar will come from Nigerians.
South Africa has qualified. Do you think that if there was going to be any sort of undertone of mischief, South Africa would actually not want Nigeria to qualify? because I'm thinking about it. Wouldn't we think about being our best?
I don't think they have other business with someone that's trying to play the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay, so based on all of this now, CAF is said to be reconsidering and taking away that referee who is South African. You think that it's valid? You think it's something that they should go ahead to do?
But then, because of the level of the uproar and all of that, I think it's just something being reactionary. It's just the level of uproar coming from Nigerians. And now, where CAF will have that, let me say, that advantage is if Nigeria goes on with that game without a South African referee, maybe if all these referees have been replaced, and they end up still losing that game against Gabon, then CAF will come out and say, hey, we did what you asked us to do.
All right, let's take a look at the squad. They're still talking about that particular game. This is what we might expect. This was our last game against Benin. This was the starting lineup. And normally I would expect that this starting lineup would not change because this is the best Nigeria has played in a very, very long time.